So for me moving forward, I think that cancer is something that I want to talk about, that I want to volunteer and really be a
An
part of.
advocate.
Yeah, because it's like we have to take care of ourselves. And even though on the show Connie has breast cancer, my friend is dealing with colon cancer, which is hard.
Yeah.
And I'm so ignorant to cancer. I was like, oh, only old men get that. And boy, was I wrong. But I definitely just was able to draw from a real place. Now, let's talk about this. I don't have kids. I don't.
Layla doesn't have kids, but Connie does.
Layla
Connie got
doesn't
three.
have kids, but Connie
I
does.
think somebody said you're trying to turn Zach's home into a daycare.
Listen,
What are we doing?
I'm just saying, like, but it really hit home in terms of like, I do want to be a mom, and I think in that moment she's saying, my life is where it is, but I want you, G, my friends, Zach, Fatima, I want you all to take care of my kids. And that's a very hard thing to say. And I think in that moment, new new father alert, G has a new baby. Um yep, yeah. I think that it just really hit
Sorry to hear
home.
that.
Are we going to talk about how we were one take Jakes on that?
We damn sure were. But I think it was a multitude of reasons, mainly because we ain't got no time at the
That
studio to
part.
be messing around.
That part.
You know, like I think that's one thing that, and like you said, this was your second season, and that first season we kind of really, your first season you learned, my first season I learned. It was like, oh, you come ready to go. Um, and yeah, that was a really powerful scene. And I even remember. Here's what's funny. I remember before we did the scene,
Hmm.
and they gave us our blocking, our positions, like where we were supposed to stand. And I think one of the notes was something like "stand here"
Right.
for me to not move.
Right.
And Connie looked at the director and was like, "Are you sure? Because if he needs to move," and we didn't talk about this at
No.
all.
No.
And then and she was like, "Cuz, are you sure? Can we?" And the whole time she's standing up, and it we just got so hit with emotion
Yeah.
that I was like, "The hell with the blocking, Connie, come here." And like the scene that it may have not gone exactly the way that it was written.
Right.
We kind of went a direction that brought so much out of us.
Yes. I think it's important to talk about. Hi, twin. That's my friend from London. Listen, y'all. Don't say anything when I move to London. Don't say nothing. All right. Don't say nothing. Let me come back to this. What's up, G? Out of here.
I'm not
So
mad at you.
listen, because like, what is this country doing right now? I don't want to talk politics, but come on.
We're not
We're
gonna do
not. We're
that.
not
We're
gonna
not
do
gonna do that.
that.
That's one of the greatest things of having a show like Zatima. The audience could get lost
Yeah.
and forget about the troubles of what's going
Right.
on.
Right.
Um, but like you said, it was a one taker, and I think like a lot of, I don't know if the audience realizes this, but most TV series, they're afforded the ability to do multiple takes,
Yes.
whereas at the studio we don't have that. We're not able to do that.
Right.
So it's like, if we're gonna, we have to do it right. So
we
I
we
think
have to, we got to do it right.
we
But
got
the
to
thing
do.
about it is this. Hi, Wes. I'm like trying to say what's up to my friends as I see them jump in, and
I
they,
see that.
you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to say what's up. But this is the thing: when you're doing 90 pages, you got to really make it your business. So now I'm gonna talk actor talk. When you're doing that many pages, you got to really find where you're going to be specific at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The specificity.
what are you being specific? And I think that it was like, if Courtney's in here, Courtney, come to the front, please. how we shot Connie looking at her kids. You know what I'm saying? Just that opening scene, it's like you know something's going to happen.
And you know what? And it's funny because it's like the thing too is when we're talking about like the fact that we have to do these one takes, right? Like, and I give kudos. I mean, it's not. It was a complete. I give kudos to the post production team.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
like
wait, pause. Ain't your brother? Ain't your brother on the post production team?
yeah, yeah. So my older brother Dave is actually the post production supervisor on Zatima, and we just so happen to be. We're doing some family business here in Florida.
Well, hello.
What's going on, y'all?
How
What's
are
up? What's up?
you?
I'm good. How you doing? What's up? What's up?
You think you're a
Can't
superstar? Look
complain.
at him. He
How
got the
about
Usher
that?
glasses on. This guy's a super.
All right, look. I
No.
took your ass off. What's going on? What's going on?
We're
What's
the shades
going
tonight.
on?
Yeah,
But do you want to talk about what it's like as a post production supervisor? You know, like
So I'm the post producer.
yeah.
Just so
I'm sorry. Yes,
no,
I'm sorry.
you're good. You're good. No worries. I actually have an amazing post supervisor, Morgan. Shout out to Morgan. With that being said, first off, kudos to you guys because I don't know the audience doesn't realize the amount of work that goes into what you guys do. Typically, the talent, the actors, my brother, Laila, Cam, Delval, Crystal, they're getting these scripts a week, maybe a week and a half in advance, and we're changing things up until the point in time when we're actually filming.
Constantly
I mean,
changing.
sometimes the day
Constantly,
of, like we're
yes.
shooting on Wednesday and we're changing things in the scripts up until that actual Wednesday.
Talk
And
about
they're memorizing these things on the fly, on the go, and we move at such a rapid pace and we're typically filming it's not one or two cameras, we're shooting it with five cameras, doing one take, we're in, we're out, got it, move on to the next shot. And these are like consummate professionals that are able to get the content really quickly, which is why we're able to do what we're able to do.
right,
We're not able to turn around the content if not because of the amazing cast talent and the amazing team that we have behind the scenes. From Courtney to our AD team to the post team, myself included, we're literally turning all of this stuff around with one take. In a lot of instances, if we're lucky, we're getting two
right,
takes. But a lot of times, we're doing one, maybe two takes. So it's like we're moving really, really fast. So kudos to you guys for being able to retain that amount of information that quickly and be able to be in character and be who you guys are supposed to be, at a drop of a dime. So a lot of kudos to you. With that being said, I have to take, give my team, the post team, as well as all the other teams credit because we're able to take that content and at times we may not get everything that we want to capture the way we want to capture it. That's why when you're looking at things and you're like, why does this look like this? Well, it's because I have to at that point go into post and say, okay, how are we going to make this work? Because the intention that Courtney had envisioned was this, but based on what we captured and based on how fast we're moving, we have to make it work so that it still makes sense to the audience and that we still convey the message that the director is trying to convey.
right. That's a fact. I don't
Which
think that
I
people.
think, I mean, based on the audience's reaction, I think we've kind of nailed that. Or I would say we've gotten to that point. You tell me.
I think so.
Hey, hey,
I think so. Um, I want to say thank you because it's a team effort. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can do great work, but if people don't capture it right and then don't edit it right, it looks crazy.
You know what the
So
saying is: teamwork makes the dream work.
that's
Teamwork
right.
makes the dream work,
That's
and we have an amazing team, and that's from the top to the
yeah,
bottom, from the director to the talent to our AD team to the post team. I think all of it works in unison
yeah.
to make the magic that we've been able to
Mm-hmm.
create. Because when you look at the team specifically, I mean all the shows, but obviously my brother's on the team. I have
That part.
a tie-in that's a little different. But when you look at how the fans, I think they react, it just is telling.
I I totally agree. Um, so can we? just tell everybody we don't know what's happening next season. We don't know.
I mean, I know what happened season 4 because we already shot it, but
I don't even
I'm not
know.
losing my
Wait,
job.
wait.
No, I don't know.
You was
Okay,
not
I'm
supposed
not
to
gonna lie to
say that,
nobody.
G.
Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I don't know.
You was?
What I do know is that it's amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
I mean, Courtney talked about envy, so I know there's envy.
Yeah. He definitely did talk about that.
So
He
I know
definitely.
it's amazing.
How do we bring Courtney in? Because I want to bring Courtney in. How we do that?
So definitely do that.
Let
How
me
we
see
do
if I
that?
can figure this one out. Let me see if I can figure
Hi,
this one out.
Zinga. And Zinga in here, Cam in here. Who else? I think that's
See,
it.
my thing stopped loading. I think Cam broke it in my. I
Not
can't
broke
see
it.
nobody.
Not broke it. Not broke
He
it.
broke it in. He broke it in it.
Y'all so
The last message I see is from Ty saying about her mom passing in March. Sorry to hear that from bladder cancer.
definitely. I'm definitely sorry to hear that. I don't know. Like if anybody can start to like send me because I really want to get tied in and do volunteer work when it comes to cancer patients. And I think that like now I have something to stand on. You know what I'm saying? I actually um now I have something to stand on and hi Portia. I just like it's such a horrible, horrible I hate cancer, and now I really understand because it just really ravishes the that person. It kills them. And I think that like as a whole, definitely we need to do some type of volunteer work, something. But I don't want to be in the mood. But that scene was difficult, but we did it one take.
Ow.
We did one take. Because I let it be known. I said, Courtney, I got one for you. I got one for you,
Damn sure
Courtney.
did.
Don't
He
ask
damn
for
sure did.
nothing.
You better get this because we got one.
You
And
better get
and
this.
and I know fans are also asking about. It feels like what happened in the barbershop. They wanted to get addressed, and it will, all in due time. We
Talk
just ask
about it,
that
G.
you
Since you
stay tuned.
already kind of
So,
talked about it, talk about it.
with that being said, though, I do want to speak to that. So, like, a lot of what you, even with that specific thing, in terms of how you see it played out in the actual edit. So, we're shooting with 4 or 5 cameras. At the time, the intention is to capture it where Courtney literally had the vision where he wants to see those spiral lights, and then we go from that to being able to see the shots going off, but you don't necessarily know what happens.
Right.
So it's leaving the artist in suspense. So Courtney has the vision; he knows exactly what happens already.
Got,
I can't speak to that.
got.
With that being said, though, I think when the audience sees it, it's conveyed the way he actually intended it for it to be conveyed. And I think the biggest thing in terms of what we do is making sure that we capture Courtney's vision and it translates in terms of how you actually see it executed.
Right, right. Well, you guys do an awesome job. They're saying like, what's happening? Because they're saying something happened with the something. Let me see. Listen, I
You
don't even
broke
want to
up.
touch nothing. Did I? Hold on, you.
We didn't hear what you said. So you broke up.
I said
Say that one more time, Layla.
I want to make sure that like, can we get Courtney in here? But they're saying
Oh,
like
I got you.
it froze.
Oh, it froze for a second. Do you want to try to hit him?
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
try to hit
Hit
Courtney.
Courtney. Let me see something because
What's
I
the
can't.
fans? What's the fans saying? What
It's
are people saying in the
frozen.
comments?
Like, look, it's frozen.
I thought that was just for